Hey everybody, Nick here. It is 12:33 on Monday, January 24th. After an amazing divisional round weekend, we are down to the final four. Cincinnati, LA, San Francisco, Kansas City. Who will punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56? So in this video today, I'm going to take a look back at the Patriots 21-22 season, and actually we have the final numbers for you. Sorry, Bob. All right, so first, the AFC title game it'll be this Sunday, January 30th at 3:05 on CBS and Paramount Plus. Cincinnati at Kansas City. And then at 6:30 over on Fox, it will be San Francisco at LA, the Rams, at 6:30. And then Super Bowl 56 is, of course, 2 weeks after that. February 13th, just after 6:30 on NBC. Now turning to the local gridiron squad. The Patriots' final stats of 2021, and it's presented by our friends at TF3 Airport, the official airport of your New England Patriots. First downs total, New England had 362 total first downs. Their opponents had 308. They got their first downs 139 by rush, 187 pass, 36 courtesy of a penalty. Their opponents 111 rush, 176 pass, and 21 penalty. On third down, they were 91 out of 209, which is 43.5%. While their opponent was 77 out of 211, 36.4%. Fourth down conversions, they excelled in this department. 11 out of 17, 64.7%. Where their opponents struggled 17 out of 32, 53.1%. In total offensive yards, it was 6,008. Their opponents was 5,284. They run 1,052 plays for an average of 5.7 yards. Their opponent 1,038 for 5.1 yards. Total rushing yards was 2,151. Their opponent 2,103. They ran 489 rushing plays for 4.4 average yards. Their opponents 464 for an average of 4.5. Total passing yards was 3,857. Their opponent 3,181. In passing, they were 364 out of 535 with 13 interceptions, 7.7 yards per play. 68% completion percentage, which is pretty good among rookies. Their opponent was 319 out of 538 for 23 interceptions and 6.4 average yards. About 59% completion. Sats, they had 30 sets. Their opponent got to them 28 times. Field goals, 30 sets out of 39, 92.3%. Their opponent, 22 out of 33, 66.7%. Touchdowns, 51. Their opponent's 35. TDs, rush, pass, returns, and defensive. 24 rush, 24 pass, no returns, 3 defensive scores. Their opponent, 9 rushing plays, 21 pass, no returns, and 5 defensive. Time of possession, 30-38. Their opponent 29-43, a difference of 55 seconds. And they had turnover ratio of +7. So who are they playing in 2022, you may ask? Well, at Gillette, it'll be the Ravens, Buffalo, Chicago, Cincinnati, Detroit, Indianapolis, Miami, and the Jets. Away, it'll be Arizona, Buffalo, Cleveland, Green Bay, Las Vegas, Miami, Minnesota, New York, and Pittsburgh. And the schedule comes out draft weekend. So as you can tell, looking at these stats, it wasn't a bad season for the Patriots at all compared to their 7-9 2020 season. Excuse me. And I think as Mac Jones continues to grow and develop in this league, you will see them go back to, the Super Bowl. And more importantly, you probably will see them pass through each stage leading up to the big event. Last night's Bills-Kansas City game reminded me of the 2018 game the Patriots played in Kansas City, where they won in overtime in the AFC Championship game in 2019, or part of the 2018 season. So, and the coin toss had a lot to do with it, too. Kansas City won the toss. Now, in the postseason, the overtime rules are different. Basically, you're starting a new game. As if it were nothing. And basically, it could go on until one team scores a touchdown. Well, Kansas City did exactly what New England did. They drove down the field and scored. That was the end of the game. It's not like the regular season where you have one 10-minute period and, you don't score, the game ends in a tie. Now, in other sports news, the MLB owners today are meeting in person to come up with a CBA agreement. Time's running out because the calendar says spring trade starts in less than a month. So you would hope that they would come to an agreement and the season will begin on time. It's always something. It is really always something with Major League Baseball. It really is. Because you don't, Last year, they were like, oh, let the season start a month later. Well, Manfred said, no, no. He was like, no, the season is starting on time. You know, in any league, it all comes down to money. You figure these guys get paid millions of dollars every season. Excuse me, I gotta blow my nose. You figure these guys get paid millions of dollars every season, and, you know, you're not gonna please everybody. But you gotta come up to, but the owners of each team have to come to an agreement. Otherwise, there'll be no baseball in 2022. As much as, you know, they have to come to an agreement. There are fans out there that want to go to the games. So you figure you gotta make an agreement that everybody can agree on, and that way you can, you know, start planning to go to Fort Myers or wherever your team is located in spring training. So that way you can get your season started on time. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the possibility of another fly-in trip might be in the works as we walk towards the summer. Now, I have a travel fund voucher from Southwest from the Bummer back in June, and that is about to expire. So, I ask you, where should I go? Mom was saying she doesn't want to go to baseball or relatives. No one said she had to. Basically, I'm thinking maybe to like Tampa or St. Pete. Mostly because I want to meet the Polk County Sheriff. He seems like a nice guy. So I will leave the comments open. And so I ask you guys, where should I go? Or where should the family and I go? Providence to Tampa? Providence to Orlando? Or Providence to Fort Myers? Let me know in the comments down below. And we are very close to a new car. So that's something to look forward to this year as well. So that is the end of the video as we look back at the Patriots 2021 season, their final stats, and a look ahead to the 2022 MLB season. Have a good afternoon, everybody. I'm Nick Miller. Thanks for watching.